Hey everybody, it's Barbara. And tonight we are going to start our reviews of the industry. Integrity Toys' newest line. David Boutry is the gentleman in charge of guiding Tallulah Bell and her associates through their merry way. This particular line, I should say, is quite curious because it's about family. And appropriate enough that Integrity Toys is itself a family-run business. The industry represents the growing family of Poppy Parker. There are obviously still some gaps in the story to allow the line to grow, but David Boutry made it pretty clear early on that Tallulah Bell, who is not in this box, but Tallulah Bell is the granddaughter of Poppy Parker. And the gentleman who is in this box, Cabot, is an associate of hers. But before we go ahead and open the box and have that big reveal, I wanted to take a moment to take a look at the packaging, because this is in fact new packaging for them. Their standard elongated rectangular box with a very colorful The Industry at the bottom, implied spotlights at the top, and then let's see if there's anything, and on the back, The Industry by Integrity Toys. Let's go ahead, open the box. Which opens with a reveal of a life-size poster of Cabot. And if you remember, or if you've ever, of course, you've been in bus stations and train stations, and when a new season of a television show starts, they usually have rectangular, long posters of the casting of the main cast. I was going to say the crew, but unless the crew was a famous director or writer, they're usually not included. But who knows? Anyway, we have this very long, very nice poster of Cabot Clark in the ensemble he's going to come in. I'm just going to push this back a little bit so you can see the bottom. And go ahead and very gently remove, or try to, I don't think this is going to, I'm going to have to lift it and bend it back, which I really didn't want to do, but I'm doing that so you can see first obviously the accessories box, and then the pull to reveal Cabot Clark in the flesh, or the plastic, as it were. So let's go ahead and take a look at him in all of his glory, and talk about where this line is probably going to wind up going. So here is Cabot in his beautiful finery. Combinations, clothing-wise, of blacks and silvers throughout the ensemble. Just the quick first look. The fur is mostly black with silvery highlights to it. The shirt appears to be see-through. The trousers are definitely a silver lame. But before we go any further, let's go ahead and go in a little closer on Cabot's face. He has a pale complexion. I'm trying to tell what kind of blue eyes, obviously because he's a guy, no eye makeup. Neutral lips, almost coral, if you will. No nail polish, obviously. Again, he's a guy. Duh. And he is a platinum blonde. Gelled hair, of course, to keep that shape. So if you want to restyle his hair, you're going to have to wash the gel out. As I said, the jacket is fur. It's not particularly soft, but it is lined. And the shirt is see-through. It does not open. Oh wait, does it? I think. Could this be a first for integrity? Am I hearing what I think I'm? Oh my God, folks! It's a first for integrity. Check it out. Velcro, baby. Velcro down the front. Welcome back to the 80s. I love it. I think this will actually make people very happy because the hook and eye gets a little hooky after a while. So the Velcro is actually pretty good for a quick change. The trousers, as I said, are silver lame. The belt's going to work. I don't want to play with the belt too much. I just want to double check that there is a fly. And while we're here, I'm just going to briefly lift him and put him to the side so you can see that we're dealing with a totally new stand for integrity, I quickly add. I've seen this stand many times with action figures in the 1/6 scale. This is the first time it's been brought over to integrity, and I'm very glad for that because it's a very stable stand, at least for the guys. And if you can see, it has a tubular attachment. And all the way down, the base is the traditional square base with the imprint of that particular line in it, in this case, industry. Let's put him back on the stand. And it's also a good time to talk about his shoes, which are loafers, detailed with kind of buckles, kind of straps. Not quite sure what they are supposed to be. And he has socks on underneath. And the sole, if you can see it, is two-toned, again, black and silver, to complete the ensemble head to toe. And just to keep talking about him very briefly, and I'm not going to unpack this, he does come with a spare set of hands. The reason I'm not going to unpack them is that they don't look like they're going to be able to hold what is one of the big selling points for Cabot. And that's going to be the accessories he comes with. And I'm not talking about his shoes. So let's pause here and step Cabot out of the way so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. Whenever Integrity does a piece of luggage or a case, they do not go cheap. This is a pretty solid case. As usual with them, they like to do with whatever carrying cases or luggage, they do the reinforced corners with a softer leather or a different toned. The leather for most of this case, which is black, is textured. It's kind of got like, a checkered, a very, very fine checkered pattern to it. The corners are accentuated with a solid, smoother black. You pop it open, and lo and behold, you have a removable tray. And we'll talk about what's in the tray in a second. And the case is like like anything else they do, fully lined. The case is filled with little makeup brushes and pieces. This obviously would be something to put foundation or bronzer on. It's not real fur. This is solid plastic. Doing real fur would probably have caused much tears all over the place. People complaining that they're allergic or whatever. This next one is the detail there for the eyebrows. Two-toned, silver and black. No surprise, matching Cabot's outfit, or Cabot matched his brushes. Take your pick. Trying to get to the last brush first. Again, I think this is to apply the eye makeup. But again, not plastic up here, not real hair. And then you do have, in fact, various little eyeshadows. These open. This is, I'm going to go with pink and like almost like if it's a purple, it's a very, very dark purple, almost black. This is the full palette of of purples with obviously a base at the bottom and various shades of purple. This would probably be found in yours truly's makeup bag, because these are colors I actually wear whenever I go out, because I don't play with makeup. I just go with what works at 41. Thank you very much. And yes, I just said I was 41. Shoot me. Again, not sure if these are blushes or this has got to be, but I hope it's, because that's purple, I'm hoping that these are also, again, eye palettes. And these all go in the case. You might remember some years ago that Rement also did a makeup set. That makeup set was a bit more complete because it came with lipsticks and whatnot. And I think at some point I might do an accelerate if I can find it, because unfortunately that particular set is packed away somewhere in the God knows where I did with it section of my life. But as I was saying, the Rement set came in a case that was a little bit like this, that folded out like a traditional makeup case, but it was all plastic. It was not as steady as this is. And Rement is kind of like, I almost want to call it a 1/7 or 1/8 scale. It's meant to work with 1/6, but it's just a couple of steps shorter. So, you know, this is definitely going to look better against a 1/6 scale figure. So let's go ahead, speaking of, let me carry Cabot back in. Sorry for my fingers. With the hands he has on now, I don't think he's going to be able to grasp this. And I'm going to try it with the right hand. I'm not guaranteeing that this is going to work. Perhaps the right hand. I think I'm going to save all of us some grief and aggravation here and cheat. If I hold it up like this, it looks like this is the way the right hand could hold it. Now let's see if in practice that actually works. By the way, just holding the fur up here as I'm switching out the hands, I want to mention I've seen this fur before. Reminiscent of earlier Natalia Fatale ensembles. And I just took out the wrong hand because I can't tell the right from the left. This is why I don't drive. And that sound you hear is probably David Blue Tree saying, "Don't pull the hand out like that." Okay, we have the hands on now. Let's see if this was right. Could it, if I put the hand in a downward position, could he grasp this and hold on to it? And there you go, guys. It looks like if you move it gently, it can work. He can hold it. And he's good to go. Now, some of you are probably thinking, well, Barbara, when you started this, you said that the line is family-oriented. Tallulah Bell is Poppy Parker's granddaughter. Why are we starting with the guy? Well, the answer is twofold. One, why not start with the guys? Because, you know, everybody else is going to be going toward Tallulah, so why not start with the guy first and just talk about him? And B, which is the much more realistic and truthful answer, I got Tallulah Bell from a dealer overseas. I got Cabot from a stateside dealer. Tallulah Bell is currently crossing the ocean and will be here soon, and as soon as she's in my hands, I'll review her. But I wanted to get Cabot out first so you guys could see him and appreciate him and like him. And there you have it. So, from me, and from Cabot Clark, and the start of the industry, I'm Barbara, And I will see you real soon with a review that's going to take us back in time to Tallulah Bell's grandmother. Take care.